Please read through the instructions in the manual, or watch this video in its entirety before attempting installation. Be sure to pause the video when necessary. The unit is heavy. Have someone assist you when installing the unit to prevent damage or injury. Measure the height and width of every door jamb the unit may pass through on the install path in case you need to remove any doors. Make sure there is enough space in the install location to fit the appliance. Allow at least 1 inch of space at the sides of the unit and 5 inches at the back for plumbing and venting. Watch our video on how to measure for installation to learn more. Install the unit on a solid floor that is strong and rigid enough to support the weight of the appliance, even when fully loaded, without flexing or bouncing. If the floor is not solid, it may cause severe vibration and noise. The room where the appliance will be installed must have a proper dryer vent exhaust system and a 120 and 240 volt grounded electrical outlets. Proper venting is important to maximize drying performance and reduce condensation and lint buildup. Unboxing the unit. Remove all packaging materials. Lift the appliance off the foam base. Make sure the plastic tub support comes off with the base and is not stuck to the bottom of the unit. Take a moment and become familiar with the components that came with the appliance. Use the wrench provided to remove all the shipping bolts at the back of the unit. Locate the 4-hole caps included in the accessory pack and install them in the shipping bolt holes, connecting the power cord. Turn off the circuit breaker that connects to the dryer's power outlet. Do not plug in the power cord before installation is complete. Unscrew and remove the terminal block access cover on the upper back of the dryer using a Phillips screwdriver. Install a strain relief into the power cord through hole. Thread the 4-wire power cord through the strain relief. Note: the electrical's white neutral wire is set up for a 3-wire power cord setup by default. If installing a 4-wire power cord setup, move and attach the white neutral wire to the center screw of the terminal block. Connect the power cord wires to the corresponding terminals on the terminal block and screw them in place. If the colors of the power cord don't correspond to the colors on the terminal block, make sure that the hot leads of the power cord are attached to the far left and far right screws on the terminal block. Once the wires are attached, tighten them and the strain relief securely in place. Double check the wire connections. There should be no gap or slack. Reinstall the access cover. Connecting the water supply hoses. Make sure there is a rubber seal in place in both ends of each water supply hose to prevent leaking. Connect the short cold water supply hose to the cold water faucet and tighten by hand. Connect the hot water supply hose to the hot water faucet and tighten by hand. Then tighten the hose connections by another quarter turn using pliers. The cold water faucet must supply both the washer and the dryer. The dryer needs cold water for the steam option. To split the cold water supply, screw the provided Y connector onto the free end of the hose that you've just connected to the cold water faucet and tighten by hand. Then connect another cold water supply hose to one of the free ends on the Y connector and tighten by hand. Connect the second cold water supply hose to the other free end on the Y connector and tighten by hand. Tighten the hose connections on the Y connector by another quarter turn using pliers. Before connecting the hoses to the unit, place the ends of the hoses in a bucket or over the sink. Turn on the faucets to flush any dirt, sand, or other foreign substances out of the hoses. Check the water temperature to make sure you've connected the hoses to the correct faucets. Place the unit close enough to attach the water supply hoses. Attach the first cold water supply hose from the Y connector to the washer's cold water inlet valve and tighten by hand. Attach the hot water supply hose to the washer's hot water inlet valve and tighten by hand. Tighten the hose connections by another quarter turn using pliers. Attach the second cold water supply hose from the Y connector to the top cold water inlet valve on the dryer. Tighten firmly by hand. Tighten the hose connection by another quarter turn using pliers. Release the drain hose located behind the washer and place it near the water faucet's drain hole. Connect the drain hose to the drain hose elbow bracket. The end of the drain hose should not extend more than 4 inches past the end of the elbow bracket. Once connected, insert the end of the drain hose into the standpipe, sink, or tub. Use a tie strap to secure the drain hose in place. Turn on the water faucets. Using a dry paper towel or soft cloth, check for leaks at the Y connector and all around the water supply hose connections. If any leaks are found, shut off the water faucet, place a bucket underneath the leaky hose connection, remove the hose, and check the condition of the rubber seal before reattaching the hose and ensuring it is connected properly. Installing the dryer vent. This appliance is configured to vent to the rear. An optional vent kit is available if side venting is required. Follow the instructions in the manual or with the kit to change the vent orientation. Make sure your laundry room's dryer vent exhaust system is clear of any debris and clean old ducts before installing the dryer. Use a 4-inch rigid or semi-rigid metal duct to connect the dryer's vent to the laundry room's exhaust system. Do not use plastic, thin foil, or vinyl ducts. The exhaust duct should be as short as possible and use as few elbow joints as possible. Use aluminum foil tape on all duct joints. Connect the dryer to the vent. Adjust the connection if necessary before taping the joints. Plug the unit into both its dedicated power outlets. Move the appliance to its final install location. To help reduce any potential vibration, noise, or performance issues, level the unit properly. Using the provided wrench, turn the leveling feet in one direction to raise the appliance or the other direction to lower it. When the appliance is level, turn the lock nuts counterclockwise to tighten them. Push or rock the top edges of the appliance gently to make sure the appliance does not sway. If it does, keep adjusting the leveling legs until the appliance is stable. Turn on the circuit breaker that connects to the appliance's power outlet. You are now ready to use your WashTower with sensor control.